Gigantor, the space-age robot. Is that your command? Gigantor, the space-age robot. His power is in your hand. Bigger than big, taller than tall, quicker than quick, stronger than strong, ready to fight for right against wrong. Gigantor, Gigantor, Gigantor.
The Giant Cobra.
In the year 2000, newspapers carry the blaring headlines, War in the Tiny Kingdom of Moravia.
Yes? Inspector Blooper! You calm down, McGuire. You know that haste makes waste.
Sir, there's a war.
What? War? Well, don't just stand there. Call out the army.
Sir, the war isn't here. It's in the tiny country of Moravia.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that?
I started to, but you started to run.
McGuire, remember what I said. Haste. Haste makes waste. A policeman must remain calm.
Yes, I remember that, sir.
Anyway, it's Moravia. I have plenty to worry about at home. Rebels declare war against the King of Moravia. McGuire, how can you be so stupid? What? There's a war in Moravia. Jim and Bob Brilliant are there now.
But, gee, I said there was a war in the country of Moravia.
Nearly halfway around the world, on the peninsula of Arabia, lie the oil wells of Moravia and the guns of Prince Abdul Ben Hothead, rebel leader against the king.
Here they come. General, I want that entire column wiped out. Abdul, wiping out that column, our chances are very slim. You mean that? I mean that. You must remember, Abdullah. They have Sparks and Gigantor. I know, but I'm Abdul, the son of Ben Hothead. I will not give up now. Charge!
The rebels! All right, men, let them have it!
Rebels! Lay down your arms! Surrender in the name of the king!
Should we surrender?
No, why should we?
Because they have Iron Man, Gigantor.
Gigantor is out. Prince Abdul Ben Hothead himself has so spoken.
Not true. Abdul's just saying that.
Gigantor!
Rebels! You cannot beat Gigantor! Surrender!
Fire!
It is useless! Surrender!
Boy, oh boy, aren't they stubborn?
Jimmy, start Gigantor.
Hey, something's moving underground. Look, it's a giant cobra. Come on, shake him off you.
You see that, man? Gigantor is nothing but a toy. Yeah.
Farvel, Gigantor must be stopped now. Old Dr. Flugel is not through yet. Fine. Abdul!
What?
Gigantor is unbeatable. Give up.
Ah, Gigantor couldn't beat an egg.
See that? Gigantor's buried in sand. We won.
Gigantor, get up! Gigantor's hurt! Oh,
Fire! I say fire!
The Cobra robot is badly damaged.
Yes, Gigantor's more powerful than I suspected.
This can be fixed, yes?
Yes, but it could take me a week. Don't worry. It'll take them time to repair damage on Gigantor. Huh.
That's what you say.
Look, Farfel, don't be flip. Remember, I am Flugel, the greatest scientist the world has ever known. I have many tricks up my sleeve. Get it?
It's bad, Jim. The wires are cut. Connection's broken. It can be fixed, but it'll take me time. I never dreamed Cobras were so strong.
they're not. That Cobra was mechanical.
A robot? Jimmy, if you're right, it's the work of Professor Flugel.
What? Professor Flugel?
Only Professor Flugel would dream of making a desert robot in the shape of a cobra.
But we thought Professor Flugel was finished.
Well, I guess he clearly got away the last time and went to work on a whole new variety of attackers. Dr. Brilliant! Jimmy! Inspector Blooper's here!
The inspector? Here?
I just received that news over the telephone. See that? Jim, he must have read the news in a newspaper and then flown down.
That's it. I'll go and meet him.
There's no need to, Jim. We sent one of our fellows in a jeep to go fetch him.
Good.
Say, is this the right way? No, it isn't, Inspector. What? You're a rebel. Our symbol, the striped letter Z. Now, I warn you not to move, Inspector.
You say the men have arrived with a stranger in the jeep?
We have Inspector Blooper, Professor Flugel.
Good. You know what to do. Keep him where we can find him.
Oh, yes, sir. Is that the policeman that always travels with Sparks? It is. Our men saw him at the airport, and then they pretended to be good guys so they could steal him away. But why, Abdullah? Because we might be able to use him later.
Say, Dr. Brilliant, you know, it's a good thing you're here or we'd really be stuck. No one knows this robot like you.
Dr. Brilliant! Jim! Bad news! Inspector Blooper has just disappeared.
What? Terrible.
Let me out, you hear? Let me out. I'm Inspector Blooper. I'm a policeman.
So?
You can't put a policeman in jail.
Tomorrow, when the King's men attack, we abandon the oil wells.
What? Abandon the oil wells?
If we withdraw, they'll follow. And then we lead those stupid generals right to our trap. Look! The rebels are retreating! Go after them, men! Go!
Your Majesty!
Speak. How goes the battle, boy?
Good news, sire. Victory. They have abandoned the Western Oilfield District. General Blunder pursues them.
Sire, I am to blame for this. That I, Blunder, should fall into such a trap.
Blunder, stop it. I can't stand to see a man cry. General, can you give the order to pursue the rebels again tomorrow?
That would be a hot one.
No, wait. I think I have an idea that will work.
Back! Come, withdraw!
They are pursuing. So, another lesson.
So that's what dug those holes. A robot locust.
Curses! I never dreamed that Gigantor would be repaired so rapidly. Urgh! Fix that Cobra! I want it ready for action tomorrow. again.
Nope, not this time he won't.
You see, we've improved the vertical ascending rocket.
And now, wait till you see this.
Let me out of here! Come on, Flugel, quit fooling around! Let me out of here! Are you gonna let me out, Flugel? Oh, so they're going to get rid of me. Get it over with. Yeah. Any last words, Bud? Oh, if I had, I wouldn't say them to you. Roper, you're just as mean and ornery a cuss as ever. Now, recognize me? Yeah, Dick Strong! Boy, bet that was some surprise. I hope I'm not dreaming. I know how to take care of Gigantor. Oh. We've got Blooper. He's here. To get him back, they must give us Gigantor. See? Blooper's gone.
You know, it appears that the army's advancing, Farfel.
Say, do you suppose they've discovered our secret base, Flugel? Professor, Inspector Blooper's gone!
He's gone? You're wrong. How could he escape?
Escaped!
That's how they discovered us.
Professor Flugel, there must be some way to counterattack.
Quiet, Abdul. Now look, you better get out. Get out or they'll get you.
Moments later, the secret entrance to Professor Flugel's laboratory is surrounded by the King's army.
Say, Dick, what brought you to Moravia?
Well, I'll tell you, Sparky. I became sort of tired staying home, so I got up, took a plane down, and here I am.
What a surprise.
It's so strange, seeing Gigantor here in Moravia, in the desert. You see that statue? That's the secret entrance.
Who would have suspected it?
No one. Let's talk to Professor Flugel. It's time that we persuaded him to stop this fighting. What a pity that such a fine brain should be used for the purpose of planning evil.
I believed that my Cobra robot was the best thing in the world, but I was wrong. Goodbye, cruel world.
Those bombs were set by Flugel.
How do you know, Doctor?
Because, Jim, Professor Flugel was a great scientist and a very proud man. He thought his Cobra robot was unbeatable. When Gigantor won, it was too much.
The poor professor destroyed himself.
I think it's quite fitting that we observe a moment of silence.
In a castle of a neighboring country, Farfel plans his next move.
Those rebel forces are on the verge of defeat. Something must be done.
Say, Farfel.
Quiet, I am thinking. Oh, General Nice.
Look, Farfel, we are ashamed at what you have done.
Why, sir, whatever do you mean by that?
The rebellion in Moravia. You are behind it, and now the entire world is blaming our country.
Really?
But no alibis. Don't you see you have put our country in a terrible position to satisfy your own greed?
I am so sorry.
You will pay. And then, Farfar, you go back home.
Rebels, you are under arrest. And it pains me to say that includes you, Prince Abdul. Take him, men.
Prince Abdul, please remove your gun.
And at the royal palace.
Your Majesty, I am to blame for the rebellion. I beg you to forgive.
Forgive? I can't forgive. Too many soldiers have been injured in the battle. And my people have suffered. How then can you ask me to forgive you? Abdul, you must pay for this.
I will pay, Your Majesty. But first, please forgive.
Much as I hate to punish my own flesh and blood, the law of our land must be obeyed, Prince Abdul.
Very well, then. We are all agreed upon our verdict.
Your Majesty, representing the common people of Moravia, we will forgive Prince Abdul if he will reform.
Sire, please forgive him. We would all appreciate it.
Very well, Jim. You are persuasive.
Thank you, Your Majesty. And sire, I swear from this moment I will be good.
Goodbye, Inspector. I regret the bad treatment you received.
Oh, that's all right, Your Majesty.
Goodbye, Doctor. I hope you'll come to visit again next year, on Freedom Day.
Thank you, Your Majesty. We'll come.
I hope you'll find the Kingdom of Moravia a happier, more peaceful land a year from now.
I hope so, Your Majesty.
And Jim, I know I speak on behalf of all the people of Moravia when I say thank you very much.
Oh, gee whiz. It was nothing, Your Majesty.
No, boy, you really did a great deal. Thank you, great Gigantor.
What could have happened to Dick Strong? Why didn't he show up?
Funny. He did say we'd meet at the airport.
And the vanishing act is just like him.
What has happened to Dick Strong? What mystery lies behind his strange disappearance? There's plenty of action ahead in the next exciting episode of Gigantor!
Gigantor, the space-age robot, he's at your command. Gigantor, the space-age robot, his power is in your hand. Bigger than big, taller than tall, quicker than quick, stronger than strong, ready to fight for right.